What if one award meant far more than just another trophy? The moment Jeon looked down at the card announcing BTS's American Music Award for Swim, something unexpected happened. His eyes filled with emotion, and for a few seconds, he seemed completely overwhelmed by the memories behind that achievement. But then, Jungkook quietly walked over. Without saying a word, he gently placed his hand on Jin's head, creating a moment so touching that fans couldn't stop talking about it. Was it simply congratulations? Or was there a deeper story hidden behind Jin's emotional reaction? What made this award affect Jeon so deeply? And why did Jungkook's small gesture leave ARMY feeling emotional around the world? Stay until the end, because the real reason behind this unforgettable moment may be more powerful than anyone expected. The room was filled with celebration, but SEOKJIN'S reaction was completely different from what everyone expected. When the announcement revealed BTS had received the American Music Award for Swim, SEOKJIN looked at the award in his hands and suddenly became quiet. Instead of showing only happiness, his expression changed as if he was remembering every difficult moment, every sacrifice, and every step that brought him to that exact moment. For someone who had always tried to stay strong for the people around him, seeing SEOKJIN become emotional shocked everyone. His eyes carried a story that words couldn't explain, and fans immediately noticed that this award meant much more than a simple achievement. Then, in the middle of the emotional moment, Jeon Jungkook slowly walked toward him. He didn't make a big announcement. He didn't try to steal the spotlight. He simply stood beside SEOKJIN and gently placed his hand on his head, showing a quiet kind of support that only someone close could understand. That small gesture changed the entire atmosphere. Fans started wondering why Jeon Jungkook reacted that way. Was he remembering everything they had been through together? Did he understand the emotion SEOKJIN was trying to hide? Or was this a moment that showed a bond deeper than anyone realized? Behind the award, behind the applause, and behind the cameras, there was a story of two people who shared years of challenges, dreams, and unforgettable memories. And when SEOKJIN finally allowed himself to feel that moment, Jeon Jungkook was there to remind him that he was never alone. But the reason SEOKJIN was so emotional about this award might be connected to something much bigger than fans first thought. Stay until the end, because the hidden meaning behind this unforgettable moment reveals why this simple gesture touched millions of ARMY hearts around the world. The moment looked simple at first, but the emotion behind it was something no one expected. When SEOKJIN stood there holding the award, the world saw a celebration. Cameras captured the smiles, the applause, and the pride of the moment. But fans quickly noticed something different in SEOKJIN's eyes. He wasn't just looking at a trophy. He was looking back at a journey. A journey filled with years of hard work, countless challenges, and moments where he had to keep moving forward even when things were not easy. The award represented more than success. It represented every memory that brought BTS to that stage. As SEOKJIN tried to control his emotions, the atmosphere suddenly became quiet. The person known for making others laugh was now the one trying to hide how deeply he was affected. Then Jeon Jungkook noticed. While everyone else was focused on the award, Jeon Jungkook was focused on SEOKJIN. He slowly walked closer, and instead of giving a long speech, he gave a small gesture that said everything. He gently placed his hand on SEOKJIN's head, showing comfort and support without needing any words. That one moment instantly touched fans everywhere, because it wasn't about an award anymore. It was about two people who had shared a long road together. Two members who had seen each other grow, struggle, and achieve dreams that once felt impossible. Fans began asking why SEOKJIN looked so emotional at that exact moment. Was there a hidden memory connected to this achievement? Was he remembering the early days before the fame, before the huge stages, before the world knew their names? And why did Jeon Jungkook immediately understand what SEOKJIN needed without saying anything? Sometimes the smallest actions reveal the biggest stories. Behind the lights, behind the cameras, and behind the celebration, there was an emotional connection that many fans believe showed the true bond between SEOKJIN and Jeon Jungkook. But the real reason SEOKJIN couldn't hold back his emotions may be deeper than anyone imagined. Stay until the end, Because the meaning behind this unforgettable moment reveals why this simple gesture became one of the most talked about moments among ARMY. The celebration was supposed to be about an award, but for SEOKJIN, it became a moment filled with memories that no one could see. When the announcement arrived, everyone expected a smile, a happy reaction, and a simple congratulations. But SEOKJIN's expression slowly changed. He looked at the award in his hands, and for a moment, it felt like the noise around him disappeared. He wasn't just holding a trophy. He was holding years of memories. The struggles, the doubts, the sacrifices, and the moments when BTS had to keep moving forward all came back in that 1 second. SEOKJIN, who always tried to bring happiness to others, suddenly showed a side that fans rarely saw. A side filled with emotion. People watching the moment noticed that his eyes carried something deeper than excitement. It looked like he was thinking about everything it took to reach that stage. Then Jeon Jungkook noticed something was different. While everyone was celebrating the achievement, Jeon Jungkook quietly moved closer to SEOKJIN. He didn't interrupt the moment. He didn't try to make it bigger. He simply stayed beside him. And then he gently placed his hand on SEOKJIN's head. That small action created a moment that fans couldn't forget. Because sometimes, the people who know us best don't need to say anything. They understand the emotions we try to hide. Fans began wondering what Jeon Jungkook saw in SEOKJIN's expression at that moment. Did he remember the years they spent together before the world recognized them? Did he know how much this achievement meant to SEOKJIN? The gesture seemed simple, but it carried a message. You made it. You are not alone. We are still here together. Behind every award is a story that people don't always see. Behind every smile can be years of effort, patience, and unforgettable memories. And maybe that is why SEOKJIN couldn't hold back his emotions. Because this was never just about winning. It was about realizing that every difficult moment was finally worth it. But the deeper reason behind SEOKJIN's reaction and why Jeon Jungkook immediately stepped forward might reveal a story that fans never expected. Stay until the end, because the meaning behind this emotional moment shows a side of their bond that touched ARMY around the world. The entire room was celebrating, but SEOKJIN seemed lost in a completely different moment. When BTS received the American Music Award for Swim, everyone expected the usual happiness and excitement. The smiles, the cheers, and the pride were everywhere. But SEOKJIN's reaction was something that caught everyone's attention. He looked at the award silently. For a few seconds, he didn't look like someone who had just won another achievement. He looked like someone who was remembering everything that happened before reaching that point. The long journey, the difficult moments, the promises they made when their dreams were still uncertain. SEOKJIN had always been the person who tried to make others laugh, even when he had his own struggles. But in that moment, he couldn't completely hide what he was feeling. The emotion on his face showed that this award carried a meaning far beyond what people could see. And then Jeon Jungkook noticed. While everyone was watching the award, Jeon Jungkook was watching SEOKJIN. He understood that something was different. Without saying anything, Jeon Jungkook walked closer. He didn't try to change the moment or bring attention to himself. He simply stood beside SEOKJIN and gave him the kind of support that only someone who truly knows you can give. A gentle touch. A quiet reminder. A message without words. That small gesture made fans emotional because it showed something deeper than a celebration. It showed trust. It showed years of shared memories. It showed two people who had experienced the same journey from the beginning. Many fans started asking why SEOKJIN looked so moved at that exact moment. Was he thinking about the days when BTS was still fighting for recognition? Was he remembering all the times they had to stay strong together? And how did Jeon Jungkook know exactly what SEOKJIN needed without him saying anything? Sometimes the most powerful moments are not the loudest ones. A single look, a simple action, a quiet presence. Those are the moments that reveal the strongest connections. Behind the award, behind the cameras, and behind the celebration, there was a story filled with memories that only SEOKJIN and Jeon Jungkook truly understand. But the real reason this moment affected SEOKJIN so deeply may be something fans never expected. Stay until the end, because the hidden meaning behind this unforgettable moment explains why ARMY around the world could feel the emotion even through the screen.